Well, you said that, yeah. You said that he was holding a book
Previously on Alan
called
Wake.
Alan Wake.
Under the influence of
I
the
didn't
dark
push any
presence,
buttons.
I wrote a horror story that is coming true. Jagger had been my editor, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. Some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story.
Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. The lake,
It does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. My mom gave me this old light switch.
The clicker.
Alice is being kept in a dark prison. I need to find Cynthia Weaver to fix this.
Your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
The clicker. It's not over yet.
Well, we're expecting a
Alright.
record crowd from the neighboring counties. Naturally, we hope to break the record set by last year's Moose Fest in our neighboring town, Watery. Ladies and gentlemen, some people have asked me, what's the big deal about Deer Fest? And I think that this sums it up. It's about friendship and community. We've got a great party coming up, but let's try to hold it in until tomorrow and get through the night in one piece, all right?
I have it. Someone will come for it when the time is right. Thomas said so. He wrote it. The key is insurance. It's my job to keep it safe. Safe in the light. Always in the light.
All the manuscript pages were gone. The FBI agent had taken them.
I think my tongue just took a crap in my mouth. Ugh. Oh, wait, we're in jail now? Oh, ow. Ow, this is not good.
That about sums it up.
Oh, I am never drinking again.
I need to talk to Weaver. She's the one in the song. The Lady of the Light.
What, the crazy lady? Ugh, whatever you say, Al, but we're stuck here. They're not gonna...
interviewed Wake.
I had some reading to do first, Sheriff, and let me tell you, it was an interesting read. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent. There's no way you're walking out of here. You hear me in there, Bret Easton Ellis? Huh?
Agent Nightingale, I want to talk to your superior.
Well, we all
You
want
called me
things,
Bret
Sheriff.
Easton
I wanted
Ellis.
Look, that's not possible right now.
Agent Nightingale, I insist.
Bret. I'm just as confused as yeah.
Lady, are you stupid? It's a trick. It's an obvious trick.
Okay, I've had enough of this crap. Wake, I'm gonna trust you with this.
You're joking.
Agent Nightingale, your opinion would matter more if you were sober and if I actually believed you were here on official business.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Get back in the cell, Stephen King. The only way you're leaving this place is over my dead... Wait a minute. I know
Oh my god!
Light. We need light. It's the only way to fight this thing.
In my office. I've got your things there. Follow me.
Oh, man. We're sitting ducks with the lights out.
Stay cool. I can get the emergency power on.
I mean, I purposely... Oh, I don't want to restart
We
checkpoint.
need light. It's the only way to fight this thing.
In
I
my
restarted
office.
by
I've got your
accident,
things
sorry.
there. Follow me.
Oh, man. We're sitting ducks with the lights out.
Stay cool. I can get the emergency power on.
Even still, yeah. Okay, if you're gonna go that way, let's go this way. And explore. Pick up a flare, nice. Do you guys just naturally have flares around the police station here? You allow me to just come in and just pick up random flares? Let's go through this door. What's here? Nope, can't go in. Nope, nothing there. We went through there, nothing's there. We obviously can't leave because there's a police car blocking the door. So, just a normal day, I guess. And we can't go in there. We can't go in there, okay. And we can't go in there, okay. Come on, come on.
Here are your things. Wait, what do I need to know? What do you need from me?
They can be hurt in the light, only in the light. And I need to find Cynthia Weaver. She can help me stop this.
Light. Check. Cynthia. She lives in the old decommissioned power plant. I can get you there pretty quickly in the rescue chopper. Come on, let's get back to your friend.
She lives in an old decommissioned power plant. Is that normal?
Wheeler, I need you to stay here.
Is that normal?
No.
We're going to fetch our ride, but I have friends who need to be warned about this, and I can't be in 2 places at once. I need your help.
Well, okay.
Here's a list of people and phone numbers. I need you to call them and tell them you have a message from me. Night Springs, okay? They'll know what to do.
Night Springs? Like the TV show? Gotcha. Oh, hey, that radio guy is on the list. Maine. Who's Frank Breaker? He related to you?
My dad.
Hey, is this like a secret society?
Can you do this? You'll be safe here. The backup power's on. These guys need to be alerted, just in case we don't come back.
You'll come back for me though, right?
As soon as we get the chopper ready. Thanks, Wheeler.
And they keep mentioning the
Okay,
TV show.
let's go, Wake.
So we
Through the
saw
back.
the TV with
Hangover
that
wants
TV
a
show.
pizza. You think there's any way I could order one, Al?
Because in the last episode we saw that TV show that was about dreams.
This is Barry.
And now they've mentioned that TV show again.
Yeah, I know it's late.
Is that TV show real? Like, is it a real world? Night Springs. Hey, Shard, how you going? How'd your stream go, Shard?
Okay, so I guess she... Yes, sir. Okay, I
just want to see how long this quote goes for. Is it not normal to live in a decommissioned power plant?
okay.
I
She's
mean,
just
I don't
busy,
know.
so she
I wouldn't
asked
have thought so, but would it be safe? Would you want to live in a decommissioned power plant? Because you don't know what chemicals and nuclear you're sitting on. I mean, it wasn't a nuclear power plant, but like... Would you trust living in a decommissioned power plant? You don't know what you're being exposed to. Come out all mutated and shit after 40 years of living there.
Glad to hear that, sir. I'll tell Al you said that. That's really nice. But listen, I really need to make some more calls here. You got the message, right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, thanks, sir. Bye now. Hey, the sheriff's dad is a big fan, Al. Said you're the best thing to happen to crime fiction since James Elroy. I think he was a little drunk, though.
And is that it? I wanted to see how... Oh!
This is Barry Wheeler.
He's still calling
I'm
people.
calling on behalf of the sheriff. Sarah says Night Springs. Okay? Okay, bye.
He's just going and calling people. I wanted to see how many calls he makes, like how much dialogue have they written for him.
Hi, Barry Wheeler.
Oh, okay, he just says the same thing. Night Springs, okay. Bye now. Okay, he's not going to say anything different. I don't think. Okay. You just played some Minecraft? That's good, man. I'm glad to hear that your stream went well, Shard.
Oh, hell. Whatever took Nightingale must have broken the gate controls.
Of course, it
Can't
does.
reach the gate's control box from here. We need to get to the other side over the rooftop.
I'll
Alright.
go. I'll open the gate for you once I'm across. You stay here in the light
Nope.
and cover me, Sheriff, okay?
Hope the stream... No. We hope your stream went well, Shard. Don't listen to Ascending Dragon.
Yeah, I think this is gonna take a while, Al. You better get going. Man, yeah, but...
Okay. Through here?
I needed to reach the rooftop to get to the other side of the broken gate.
Well, don't listen to you in terms of a shit stream. I hope it went well, Shard, is all I mean to say. We don't wish... Oh. Okay, interesting. Let's pull the ladder down. There we go, let's climb. Do you reckon that the police, like agent, the sheriff who's helping me, do you reckon she was also written... Because every character we've come across in this game could just be a figment of the story, you know? I mean, this whole town that we came to could just be written up in a novel. It just depends whether he wrote this story or... It depends whether he started writing this story here, after he got to this town, or whether he wrote this story before he came to this town, and that this town is a town that he conjured up via the book. I mean, and the same goes for the Dark Presence. Like, is the Dark Presence an enemy that was from this town? Or did he write the Dark Presence into the story to possess him? Like, I mean, it makes you think, like, if he has the power to write up stories and whatever he writes happens, like, the Dark Presence would surely would be something he's created then. Or he's not even in the town, and the beginning of the book up to now is just his story. Well, exactly, yeah. Again, it's all based on assumptions. We're all basing this on the fact that, like, I mean, it's just so. Oh, what was that? In light, you can hurt them. Oh, we know you can hurt them in the light. Again, who's writing that on the wall? That Thomas Zane thing blew my mind. He created, like, he's admitted he created Thomas Zane. So that's one twist out of the way that, you know, Thomas Zane. Because the thing is, when he came to this town in the first episode, when the townsfolk greeted him, they said, "Hey, you're not the first author we've had here. You know, Thomas Zane had come here before, and then he went missing." But if he created Thomas Zane, that means that when he arrived, before he got possessed by the Dark Presence and started writing the book, Thomas Zane had already existed because he came and everyone had already mentioned that another author called Thomas Zane had been here before. And now Alan Wake is the second author to come here. So he must have created Alan Wake, he must have created Thomas Zane before he got to the island, which meant that this whole island could just be magicked up because he wrote it in the book. Like, it has to. Hey, James Finn, how you going? How you doing, man? Good morning. And why would you write in your book that your wife has vanished? Like he wished for her to get kidnapped? Oi, more ravens. Fuck these ravens. Fuck. That way, that way.
Hey, Sheriff! Your password. Night Springs? What's that all about?
It's a stupid joke we have. That Bright Falls is the original inspiration for the TV show. This town can get weird at times. Never this weird, though.
So the Night Falls TV show, these guys reckon was based off this town.
You need to bypass the damaged control box.
What am I, an electrician? Hold on!
I wonder how this whole TV show connects. It does connect, because these guys are using that as a password. The show had the Dream TV thing beforehand. It has to connect somewhere now. She's got some good firepower, though.
Good job, Wake. Okay, stick close. Our first stop.
I'm not going to go and get that flare over there. Fuck it. I'll limit reach. Yeah, okay. Whoa, that car came back. Go away, car, go away, go away. Oh. Okay, car's gone. Good, good, good. Hey, it's James Fun.
Look out!
Oh, I forgot about this thing, yeah. I don't think he comes back, though. So, do we still... I mean... What do you think about the dream theory, though? Imperfect. In terms of, like... Do you reckon we know enough now to establish the fact that he's not dreaming anymore? Like, this is really happening? And that he's writing it up?
The chopper's in the other direction!
Or do you still think there's some kind of semblance of a dream aspect to this story? Because they've been hinting at it. Okay. Because that thing tried to run us over, but I think it's all gone now, so... I'm just here looking for loot. Looking for loot, there we go. Yeah, so here you see flares. Yeah, so here you see... So when you see these things, it means there's flares. So everyone believes you about the demons? Well, this police believes us about the demons, yeah. I don't think we do, because it could be a dream within a dream. Unless we know he's in a world that people have powers. Well, exactly. And at this point, we don't know he's in a world with people with powers. Like, the people with powers, I only grabbed that because Pike said the Control, and this is in the same universe. And because of Control, there's people with different powers, like X-Men kind of powers. It's kind of like, well, you know, but if we remove Control, I don't think in this game we've picked up the fact that anyone has any powers right now. The only power we've discovered is that I write novels that come true. Whatever I write actually happens. Now, whether that's actually happening, or whether this whole thing is in a dream, I mean, there's every chance that he wrote this novel in the real world, and now he's dreaming about this novel playing out, but really it's just a dream, you know, and that this is just a novel in the real world, and that none of this has actually happened at all, you know, like, you know, this town could just be a fake town in a fake world written by Alan Wake in the real world, and we're just living through his character's journey through his novel. I mean, it would be... Oh, you hope it's not like Inception? Too many twists? Sammy, I hope you've stopped driving, by the way. You have stopped driving, haven't you? So, but... Yeah. I understand your point with the too many twists, Sammy, where you don't want to see too many twists. If this... I mean, look, if... It would be a little bit too much. If this game turns out to be a novel that is written within a dream, or a dream within a novel, it's... Yeah, it gets a little bit too, messy. I hope that this is either a dream, or this is either a novel. I prefer if this is a novel more than a dream, because I do hate stories that do the whole, oh, it was all just a dream. Whereas if this is a novel he's written, I can kind of live with that better. Because it's still a dream at that point, but it's a novel he's written, and we're not, and we're just playing through the novel, as opposed to, you know, all of this is for nothing because it's a dream that never happened. You know, like, yeah, I hope it's a novel as well. Yeah. Because, you know, it's movies and stories that have that, oh, it was all a dream, that's a bit of a cop-out ending, where it's like, you know what, you build yourself up into a wall, and then you don't know how you want to end it, so you just say, oh no, he woke up, it was all a dream, none of it happened, none of it matters.
Fish. This was Bright Falls industrial area. There was probably a cannery nearby.
Whereas at least, you know, if this is a novel, he has to wrap it up in a novel. Whoa! Oh, insert battery. Oh! I shot the flare gun by accident. I mean, I guess it worked. But I wasted the battery for no reason. Like, I wasted a battery to reload that flashlight for no reason because the flare gun killed him. Messy is a good word. I like that what he writes becomes the reality part, and I hope it is just splintering reality and getting worse to where now the cops see it. Well, and exactly, and he has to finish the book. Well, this is the thing. So, it depends whether he's writing the book as we're playing the game, or if he's already written this book and now we're living out these predetermined events. I mean, because at the start of the game, his wife goes missing, he jumps into the water to go after her, and then he wakes up after the car crash. So, in the last episode in Perfect, we saw that in between when he got in the water and before he crashed his car, he had been possessed and had written this novel. But from when we played it, yeah, we saw him jump in the water, and then we never saw him come out of the water. We just saw him wake up in the forest after the car crash. And he's trying to figure out what the fuck happened. I was jumping in the water, now I'm here, and I crashed the car. So that whole period of time in between jumping in the water to crashing that car, it was all blacked out. He had no memory of it until the last episode where he was asleep on the couch, and then we figured out that, hey, he was possessed by this dark presence. And in that time, he was writing the novel. He created the character called Thomas Zane, who we've encountered in this game. And this is the thing. So there's a character in this game called Thomas Zane who we've encountered. And then the big twist in the last episode is that it turned out Alan Wake created Thomas Zane when he wrote that novel. He was writing his novel, he created Thomas Zane. But Thomas Zane's a real person that we saw. So it's like, well, now we know he can create things in the real world based on whatever he writes. So, yeah, no one will let him write again. I know, Sammy. Look, after this, if he's figured out that what he writes comes true, he's never going to write a book ever again, right? He's going to leave it. Because otherwise he'll cause all sorts of carnage, yeah. But he has to finish the book. And that's what I was going back with in terms of finishing the book. It depends whether he has to finish the book or whether the book's already finished and now he's just acting out the predetermined events. Because in that week, in that period of time when he had amnesia and he was writing under the influence, did he finish the book? Did he finish it right there and then? Who knows? And if the book's unfinished, is he writing it as we play the game? Well, so far we haven't seen him writing as we've been playing. He hasn't stopped to write at all. Now, I know we don't have to see him write, but it depends whether the story he's writing it as we're playing it or whether it's already happened. I think for me, that's currently the big thing in my head, is trying to figure out whether he knows the ending at this point or he doesn't know the ending at this point. So it's one of those things, Sammy, where you cause the carnage by writing because you didn't realize that when you wrote that book you were going to actually affect the real world. And now it's like, well, what do? Do you keep writing to try and fix things? But then as you keep writing to fix things, the more you write, the more you keep breaking the world. And then it gets to a point where maybe he just can't get to the end and he just has to go, I have to stop writing because I'm just doing more damage with every new book and every page I write. It's so messy. I mean, not messy. It's good because there's so many theories, but we need more answers, goddammit. We'll get there. We'll get to the answers. We'll get there. It's like these police. Well, if Tom was supposed to save him, well, it depends. It depends. If you've created a character, you've breathed the character into life because you've written about him, he's then appeared in the real world. What happens if you stop writing about him? Does he just disappear off the earth, or does he live out his days? I mean, it depends. Can a character who's been created from a page live with free will? or do you have to keep writing to ensure that person continues their existence? Because at the end of the day, that character never existed until he wrote him on the page. Then he got brought into the world. So even if he has left the town, I mean, by leaving town, I would imagine that Thomas Zane just wouldn't exist for the rest of the world. Wouldn't you hate it if you back out from Adam at the end of the game And there's stage lights and cameras, and you've been making the movie for the books. Oh, Alan. Alan. Sammy, I tell you what. I don't know what's worse. Waking up and it's all a dream, or finding out that the entire game you're playing is just a movie they've been filming. I don't know what's worse. I mean, Alan. Wouldn't have Alan left the town and Tom saved him from crashing? Oh. Well, so Alan got in his car because he was trying to... Well, no, Alan, I don't know where Alan was going, actually. Because he was driving that car trying to escape the Dark Presence. I don't know if he was trying to leave town, though. And Tom said... Well... It depends if we think Tom saved... Because Tom saved him from the Dark Presence. Tom saved him. And then when Tom saved Ellen and allowed Ellen to get in the car and drive away, Tom stayed in the house. He stayed in the house with the manuscripts. And then the house just went down into the ocean. And Tom was stuck there with the manuscript. So I'm assuming Tom has gone into this dark hellhole wherever he's gone with Alice. And then after this, Alan's been on his own. It could be that Tom is the character we've seen in the TV screen talking back to Alan Wake. You know how we come across the TV screens and there's a guy on the TV who keeps talking back to me? That could be Thomas Zane. Because he's the one that stayed back in that room after the fact. And then maybe Thomas is still in that room continuing to write the story, and Alan Wake is playing out the story that Thomas is writing. So Alan created Thomas. Thomas has then switched places with Alan, and Thomas is now finishing the book that Alan was working on that is still coming to life. But now Alan's the character in the play. Oh, so many possibilities. and that of course is an inception within an inception, which Sammy will rage if that is the case. He's already said he does not want an inception ending, so... Alright, here's the diner. So this is the diner we came... So complicated... Well, I was just thinking, because when we left to go in the car, Thomas stayed in that room. So,
for example,
maybe Thomas is still there.
She's seriously messed up now.
The same thing I think happened to me after I arrived.
During this week, you can't remember?
No, don't use the jukebox.
I remember now.
So in the first episode, this is where we start the game. We come at the beginning of the game. We come into this diner, and it's here in this diner that we meet the two guys. We meet the two blokes, the eye patch guy, who then in the last episode we then found them in the mental hospital, and it turns out they were mental, which is weird because they weren't mental when we met them here. You should change your name to Ringlord71 and your theme be like a Jameson from Spider-Man filter that you put over his... Oh, yeah. Pike would rant out. Yeah, Pike would fanboy out because he's a big Spider-Man fan. I don't think I could do JJ justice for Pike, though. I couldn't do him justice. We can't go in the women's toilets. Good. Can we go in the men's toilets? Let's get the manuscript page. Nope. Okay. Imperfect. It is so complicated. If Thomas Zane is finishing the story Alan Wake started. And it's not so much the fact that Alan has the power, but maybe because Alan has the power started writing, anyone can finish? Or maybe only Thomas can finish it because Alan created Thomas to save him. And part of saving him isn't so much getting him out of that room, but saving him is also finishing the story for him. And Thomas, once he's completed his task that Alan Wake created him for, saving him, Thomas might then disappear because he's served his purpose. I think I like that theory. I like that. Because he did say he only created Thomas Zane to save him. Now we assume save him from that room, but the saving could be beyond that room. It could be, you know, finishing the book, or maybe he's going to come back into it down the track and save Ellen at the end. And then once he's served that purpose, then he's gone. So You like that theory too, Kishi? Well, as I was saying it, and as it was coming out of my mouth, I thought, hang on. Yeah, and then I was thinking about it, and I like it. I like that. Yeah, I'm glad you like it too, Kishi. We know that this theory is never going to come true. It's not going to be that at all. Whatever we theorize will be 100% wrong by the time we get to the end of the game. We know how this works. Follow. Yeah, we're following. So Thomas is like Bruce Willis from Sixth Sense. Wait.
And I thought New Yorkers were rude.
He just appeared out of nowhere. That was so random. I thought New Yorkers were rude. It's like... Gotcha. Well, yes. Okay. Yes. Thomas Zane could be the ghost. He was created by Alan Wake to serve a purpose, and once he serves that purpose, Thomas Zane will just vanish. Until, you know, Alan Wake Part 2, where Alan writes the next book and brings Thomas Zane back. But, because I'm just thinking, Thomas Zane can't exist outside of the past. Like, you know, he exists because he was written up out of the story, but if Alan stops writing about Thomas Zane, Thomas will cease to exist, surely, because can a character who was conjured from a page live off free will if the author stops writing about it? Like, will he still exist in the world somewhere? Just... I mean, it's so... it gets really deep then. But yes, no, okay, going back to that, yes, he's Bruce Willis. He's the ghost, created for the purpose of finishing the story. I think, in that theory. Okay. Alright. And even this cop, I mean, does this cop actually exist, or did he create this cop in his novel too? I mean, at this stage, it's, you know, the whole town could have been a figment of that novel. And this whole town might have been conjured by the story that he wrote.